On the bench today, we've got the K170 UH60L BLACKHAWK from RcXperts. Now, I did try and do a theatrical intro at the field with this, but unfortunately, for whatever reason, the camera didn't record. So we're back in the studio and we're just going to have to do the unboxing here instead of out in the field because it's now raining. So let's take a look around this box. We can see on the side it's got details of dimensions, etc. On the back we've got the same picture, but it explains to us that we've got a servo motor, a 6-axis gyro, 2.4 GHz radio system, USB charging, barometer to set height, 1-click takeoff and 1-click landing. Let's have a look at what's inside the box. So you got a lovely bright helipad to land and take off from on long grass, which is great. You also get an instruction manual. We'll have a look at that in a second. You get a bit of grass from the field from when I was doing the filming. This is a very simple remote control, makes it really easy for newbies. If we look on the top, you can see you've got a speed, you've got takeoff and landing. I'm not sure what them buttons are for, but we'll find out. We'll have a look in the manual and find out what they are for. Then we've got a stand, a desk stand. Let's put this together. So that's the desk stand. And then we've got, what have we got here? We've got the USB charger. In fact, let me just change something on this camera. Let's see if this will still autofocus. It should do. So that's the USB charger. And we've got a whole host of spare parts there that we can use. For no doubt when I crash it, because I will. And then we have, of course, the creme de la creme, the BLACKHAWK itself. Beautiful, beautiful scale details, and we'll get closer in with the close-up lens shortly, and we'll take a look. We'll just place that on the stand for now. So there's a couple of little holes underneath. Look. Let me just move this focus meter. There we go. So there's a couple of little holes there, and you just slide it in. And then you've got your BLACKHAWK. Lovely. Now then, let's have a look. So this is our instruction manual. Tells us instructional things. So we've got obviously details of what's in the box. You've got your parameters, the size, etc. Then details. Then we've got the controller details. So it tells us we've got a left-hand throttle, speed conversion. So these two buttons here are actually not used if we look. But that's a land and takeoff. I wonder if we can actually start the motors without the 1-key takeoff. That'll be interesting. Press both of the end buttons for an emergency landing, which means it'll just disarm for clarification. And then we've got how to charge it. Where is the battery? I'm guessing the battery's inside it already. We'll have to have a look. And it tells you how to fly it, which is helpful for newbies. How to calibrate the gyroscope, which we'll do before we even attempt to take off. And it's basically both sticks down to the bottom right. Can't even open the last page, but there you go. So yeah, this remote, really simple. It's going to use, is it 2 or 4? Wow, 6 AA batteries. Why does it need so many? That's crazy. That's really crazy. And then in here, is it a detachable battery? I'm going to guess so. Let's have a quick look. Sorry, I don't like doing this off camera. Ah, okay. So we're here with the RcXperts BLACKHAWK K170 helicopter. It's got optical flow and it's got other pilot helping things. Things is the technical term, by the way. I'm just going to plug this battery in and try and clip this back in. I have done a gyro calibration back in the studio. Hopefully I recorded it and you guys will be able to see it. But it's very, very simple. Right, there we go. So I'm just going to move that camera up. Oh, that's a lovely little scale flyer. Look at that.
And there's also a speed mode as well.
Yeah, there's different speed modes.
Oh, but all the wind's just catching.
No, that's me.
Oh, never mind.
So how well does it hold if I let go?
Not very well.
It is quite, whoa, got a bit of wind shear there, but it's coping okay. It's coping okay for such a little scale helicopter. Yeah, I've got no problems with this. This is flying nice and easy. Let's slide across to the left, look. Slide across to the right. There is a bit of wind shear where this field meets the road, which you can always tell on the drone when I go over the fence.
Yeah.
But, yeah. Let's turn up the speed mode.
Oh, that's still going forward.
Is it? Oh, yeah, there we go. Wow. Right then, let's go! Speed mode!
Get a bit closer now, man.
Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah, I think you're really fast.
Just gonna let it come back.
Ground.
Yeah. That's crazy fast.
Always control it.
So let's slow it down and bring it back slowly. No, we've gone back to speed mode 1, look. It is struggling a little bit with the wind, but nothing major.
Yeah.
It's just bumping around in that wind. It is crazy fast though. Now what we'll do, there is an emergency stop button on this. So if you lose orientation and you're worried it's going to go over a garden or you're going to crash it, if you press both of these buttons together, it cuts the motor. So we will test that.
We're doing it right now?
We'll test it in a minute. At the minute, I'm having a bit too much fun with this. Look at that, that's so cool. It holds really well, look. I mean, the problem is this field, and oh, you know, boy wonder, only drones can both attest to this. It is a crazy windy field, even when it doesn't look windy.
It doesn't even feel windy, but it's
you can feel it against you though, can't you? You can feel that wind pushing from the left.
Yeah.
But it's so compliant, so easy to fly. I mean, I'm in the middle speed mode and I'm quite easily controlling it just in front of us. Let's go into full speed mode. That's crazy fast.
Should you go to the tree and then full forward?
The only thing I'll be worried about that is I don't want to do it when I'm braking near a house. So we'll go to the middle of the field.
And connection lost as well.
The connection should be okay, I think. But we're in full speed mode and I'm able to hold it nice and close to us without any problems, look. We've got the lovely details on the rotors. Hopefully the camera's picking those up.
Yeah, you can see like white bits on the top. Wow! Oh. Careful.
Yeah, I got it.
Ooh. Like, it doesn't automatically stop for you like these.
No, this takes skill to fly these.
Yeah.
The DJI boys are going to need a bit of practice on doing this.
Yeah.
But that said, it is real once you get used to it.
Yeah.
And you've got to, obviously you need to learn to fly line of sight. And once you do, let me just stick it back into slow mode because it is crazy fast for this small area. We will move out into the full field once the weather brightens up a little bit. It doesn't look too bad at the minute on the camera, but it's not brilliant right now, I've got to be honest. Right, so should we do a crash test?
Yeah, go high up and then just disarm.
So we're going to press both of these buttons. I'm only going to go that far. Do you know what? Actually, that was really good because not only did it didn't just instantly cut the rotors, what it did is it did a very controlled but very fast descent. So it kept the rotor moving.
And it's spun as well.
Yeah.
it slowed down the biggest motor.
Yeah, so what it did.
Motor, so it rotates slowly down.
So what it did, so what it did is it kept the main rotors moving at a relative pace. We'll do that again. So is this the one touch takeoff? Yeah. So once you've armed, it'll take off. One touch landing. Not bad, not bad, not bad. This grass is long, yeah, this grass is long. But at least it did indeed do a one touch takeoff and a one touch landing, so we've tested that system. So I want to test that emergency stop button. Oh, I think the battery's dead. Oh no, I just have to do it in the right way. Let's do the one touch takeoff again. Nice and easy. So let's go a little bit higher this time, and then it really does, it's such a controlled descent. It's still going to hit hard, and if you're on concrete it might break something, but it's more of a controlled descent than just locking up that gearbox. So I'm impressed. One second. So I'm impressed. So that was the RcXperts K170 BLACKHAWK helicopter. I'm going to leave a link in the description down below. That was great fun. Boy Wonder had a quick fly of it before. What did Boy Wonder think of it?
It was so fun. A little bit hard to control, but when you get used to it, it's so fun.
Is that because of how fast it is?
Yeah.
This little thing, you look at it and you don't think it's very fast, and as soon as you fly it, you realise actually, especially in that third speed mode, it absolutely rockets along. There is a little bit of wind here today. You may be able to hear it on the camera, you may not. You can't really see it in the trees, but I can feel it against my legs and against my head. Yeah. And yes, it was bobbling around in the wind, but look how small it is. I mean, it's the size of my hand. Absolutely crazy. Scale details are lovely. Yeah, I'll leave a link in the description down below. I really enjoyed that. That was incredible fun. That was probably one of the more enjoyable helicopters I've flown for a while. If you've got any questions, yeah, good. Boy Wonder says the same too. If you've got any questions whatsoever, please do leave them in the comments down below, and I'll get back to you as quick as I can. But for now, I'm off flying again. See you in a bit.